Paul Gibbons, Great Barrington. A quick question or two. Would you give any thought to reducing the overall increase? I'm not talking about the net assessments, but the overall increase to say a different number, 3%. And what would that do?
In the subcommittees, which I think you went to a lot of the finance subcommittees, we've batted around how much E&D we would use, and I think we're probably at the point where we've used all the E&D that we should use and be comfortable. So if we're gonna reduce it, we would have to then look at programmatic cuts, which luckily this budget doesn't have. So I would not be in favor of it.
Well, how much are you taking from E&D now?
Sure.
What's the suggested figure?
$840,18.
$840,000.
How much?
$840,000.
And what will that leave as a balance?
Somewhere about 500,000.
Keep in mind, we gave back what, 140? How much did we give back to the town?
Yeah, and also Rich, you want to explain that?
So we recently gave money back to the 3 towns. 140 to Great Barrington, I forget which language, from E&D in this year. Right. So while that doesn't show up in the budget, we've really reduced Great Barrington's assessment already next year by $140,000. And I don't remember Stockbridge and West Stockbridge. 26 about for each of those.
To be, in colloquial terms, we're giving it back, but in reality, we're not assessing them that amount for
I don't disagree with what you said.
Yeah.
My concern is that, depending upon what the Finance Committee and the Board of Selectmen, but more the Finance Committee, decide to do, there will be a balance in that line item at the end of the year, because you're reducing the fourth quarter assessment.
Well, that money
so there should be a balance.
That money will fall to free cash at the end of the year.
Well, yes, I know. Of course, once it goes into that bottomless pit, you never know what's going to happen with it. I was kind of hoping that maybe there is some way that the town can just carry that money forward and then just apply that to this year's budget, lowering the net assessment. But that's, that's up to the town. I mean, when I was on the Finance Committee, that's something that I would hope that we'd be able to do, but I haven't been there for a while. So, getting back to my original suggestion was, the reason that I said, say, something like 3%, my goal is looking long-term and looking to see, without impacting the educational programs, trying to mitigate as much of the increases as possible, as I think you know where I'm going, looking towards the future when we have to do something with the school up on the hill. And that's the only reason I'm suggesting that. Yes, you could take more out of E&D, take a small amount out of there. You could make some, what I would consider minor cuts in some of the line items. Given about an hour, I could probably find them for you. But that's just a question that I had. How, if you could just cut the decrease or cut the increase a little bit more than what it is, just looking towards the future.
I appreciate that.
Of course. I'm also thinking about the future with you, and the debt on this building in the elementary school will be retired in a few years, and that will do some of what you're talking about, right? And you may already be counting that, but that's a thing to think about.
Well, one further question, and it concerns the stabilization fund that do you have one present now?
Yes. And in this year's budget, there's $100,000 going into the stabilization fund.
What is the balance in the stabilization fund right now?
100,000.
100,000. So we're putting another 100 in.
So that would give you 2.
Yes.
And you're just, I know what that's for. I hope everybody, I'm not sure how many other people do, but I think that's a prudent move.
Yes.
To be able to do that, because the word stabilization tells you what it should be. It should kind of smooth out increases, and I know that you've got some of those things coming up.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, I guess you've answered my question. I don't have anything else.
Thank you. Great. Anyone else? Good. Go right to the microphone.
Jay Bykowski from the Finance Committee of the Town of Stockbridge. I would just like to take this opportunity on behalf of the Berkshire Hills School District and the public to thank you, the school committee, for all your efforts and for your diligence and for your dedication to educating our children. We thank you and we applaud you for your efforts. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jim. Thank you very much. Anyone else? Motion to close the public hearing. Second. Roll call?
Yes. Yes. Aye.
Yes.
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 Aye. Yes.
Okay, let's have we'll do the discussion since it's right after the public hearing. Is there anyone who wants to have any discussion before we move on to the rest of the items about the budget?
I think it's a good budget.
Yeah. We'll vote on it next Thursday night.
Well, we have one discussion about that.
Okay.
Why, I mean, public hearing's closed, we can't take any more testimony. We've had,
I
between
think,
finance committee meetings and school committee meetings, over 10 meetings since the draft budget was produced.
I think there's two reasons in my mind. One is we didn't post a vote, so.
We posted it to the topic,
Yeah,
both
the
times,
topic.
with all applicable.
Right, and so I think the optics of it, I'm so comfortable with this budget, and I think it's a very good budget, that I don't wanna cause any controversy, and I think voting next week won't make any difference as opposed to this week. I agree with you, but I just think we should vote when we say we're going to vote on the original calendar. That's the only reason.
Okay.
Anyone else, anything on the budget? Yeah, go right ahead.
I would just like to, since I'm not on that committee, really publicly thank the finance committee for all the hard work they've done. They've made it so much easier for us on the rest of the committee to attack this budget. I know it's not just a 1 year, but it's been a many-year project going forward. And each year I've been on the committee, it's gotten smoother and smoother. So again, I just want to give kudos to my fellow members on that committee for the rest of us to make it a lot more enjoyable and
You go,
experience.
Rich.
Oh, it's not me.
I'd just like to say that it goes smoothly because Rich brings pizza to the meetings.
You're right.
The pizza helps.
Oh, it was so good, I remembered.
I think it goes smoothly because the documents that Sharon brings to us and the work that Peter and Sharon do is so well done that,
Absolutely, that's true.
that
I agree.
we're able to get our work done.
That's true.
But the fact that we can start in October, November, and really look at things over time, I think it's worked. It took us a few years to smooth out how this committee would work, but this year, it's paid off.
Yeah, this year definitely paid
Yeah.
off, this year. And I want to echo Dan's sentiments about the prep and the presentation we get from the administration is literally becoming a model for other places, so.
Anyone else? Let's move on. Motion to accept school choice students for the 2019-20 year. This is a bit of housekeeping, yes.
I have to recuse.
Okay,
for that.
that's fine.
Do I have a motion? I will move to accept school choice students for 2019, 2020.
Do I have a second?
Second?
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed